Good morning, good evening, good night. No matter where you are on this planet, I'm sending you love and light. Check me out. I want to talk about God, but also the structure of people. So the structure of society today. So God is a structure, right? So if you're looking at it at its most simplistic form, in terms of conceptualizing it, it is still a core principle that keeps you from backsliding into what could be considered evil behaviors, right? One of the most powerful elements of religion, the law, from a political governmental standpoint, but also laws that come with relationships and keeping your job, things of that nature. One of the most powerful elements to all of these things is fear. But it's not just the fear alone. It's the belief in the structure, in the system that compels the fear out of you, which then compels you to walk a certain way within that structure. Do you follow me, bro? People, as I see it right now, need core principles that compel fear of doing certain things. Because if you take away the fear of going to hell, you take away the fear of going to jail, you take away the fear of losing your lover, a lot of men and women going to cheat. A lot of people going just because it's in your flesh, right? It's in you to be unruly, ungodly, honestly. A lot of people be committing crimes, robbing banks, probably go up massively if there was no jail time. Like, think about this stuff, bro. I mean, people need to have something to be afraid of until we can evolve out of this stage and of our growth, of our biology, of our creation. Like, until we evolve out of this, people do need to be controlled. That's a fact. And the most powerful tool is fear, belief, love, and fear. These are the top three tools that you can use to control people I've seen. And I believe if you look at society, you'll see it too. Now, when you think about society in terms of its agenda, it's very demonic and dark. You can see it with the certain, grown adults doing lap dances and strip teases to children, talking to children about their sexual preferences and identities. Kids ain't even 10. Like, come on, dude. You got all of this different agenda being pushed. And it's because these younger generations are going to carry the wave. And if you can corrupt a young mind into believing a thing is supposed to be how it is, they're going to continue to cultivate this behavior. They're going to continue to pass on this mentality, right? Until there's a new mind that wakes up and sees it as false and starts to bring a light on it. But that's what they're doing. They're corrupting the youth. See, people like you and me, people that's woke, people that's out of the spell, or people that's just old school and ain't going for this agenda, we see through the bull. So they already know that they can't corrupt, because it's like the saying goes, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Now, that's a mental spell in itself to keep you from growing. But outside of that, it is on some level very true, especially when you have a core principle. You can't introduce tricks of the devil to somebody who has a strong spiritual core principle. This is why that matters. If you ain't got nothing planted in you, then what can be planted in you will surely be evil, and that's what's going to take root. Period. If you ain't got a belief system, then confusion will take root. You see, if you ain't got a belief system of love in you, then hate can take root. If you ain't got spiritual eyes, then the illusion will take root. The deception, dog. Y'all need to wake up. So I understand that it can be hard to embrace certain concepts. What y'all need to understand is the reality is this. The world itself is a structure. And it's a questionable structure. There's a lot of evidence to that. I believe if you are really being honest with yourself, even if you don't agree with church, any type of spiritual belief, or any type of religion, you still have to admit that holding on to core concepts like God does keep people controlled over their own demons. That's a good thing, no matter how you slice it. No matter how you slice it, that's a good thing. We need that right now. Humanity needs it. And, you know, so admittedly, I feel we need God, but not just the concept. I believe that there's actually a creator. I believe in a couple of different things, but I definitely feel like if you just look at life, you know that there's a creator, bro. I can't really fully describe this thing because it's outside of me. It's outside of us. So I don't really know how to describe it, but I know it's real. And I know that that's what we need. It is a spiritual war out here. If you don't see that on the TV, the news, the distractions, the repetition of just distraction, bro, illusion, this repetition of political bullshit, drama on the news. Like, hey, those who know, they know. So to the initiated, keep fighting a good fight. And I'm going to end this with my mantra. Good morning, good evening, good night. No matter where you are on this planet, I'm sending you love and light. I'm gone.